Hi, this is Amar again, and today I want to talk about something we're going to call way of being. When I try to explain way of being, I start with something like this. It's very common across cultures that there is one saying or another that means, what's important is not what you say, it's what you do. This thing about way of being is completely different. It says, well, actually, it's not important what you say, and it's actually not important what you do. What's important is what's in here. Amr, are you kidding me? What's in here? We're talking about business, we're talking about building software, what's in here? Well, hold on, stay with me. So, think back in your own experience. Have you ever dealt with somebody that says exactly the right thing, that does exactly the right thing, but in your heart, you knew they were full of shit? You knew they were trying to use you or trying to manipulate you in some way? Have you felt that? Show of hands. Generally, when I do this, the whole room raises their hands. So what's happening? Well, they're saying the right things, they're doing the right things, but something is not working for us. Here's the thing, we communicate in more than our words and our behaviors. Now, whether you want to look at it spiritually or whether you want to look at it as micro expressions and tone of voice and so on and so forth, communication is much more than words and behaviors. And we get the intent behind it. If you think I'm an idiot, I'll know you think I'm an idiot. Even if you smile, even if you do the right things, I'll know you think I'm an idiot. And the other example that I use, not as common, but has anybody worked for somebody or worked with somebody who's really rough around the edges, difficult to deal with, but somehow you loved working with them anyway, you would follow them, you would work with them? Well, wait a minute. The words and the behaviors are sort of negative, but yet we still, because we get that they care about us, we get their vision, we get where they're going, the intent and their regard for us also comes through. And that's this whole thing. Whether or not I see you as an equal person, not equal in skill, but as an equal human being, trying their best to live this life, trying their best to do what's in this world, as long as I see you as an equal human being, that comes through. And when I see you as an obstacle, as a barrier, as an idiot, that also comes through. So let's bring this back to software. I'm on a team and I want to teach somebody something. Let's say I want to teach some test-driven development. And I've got this way and I say, all right, let's pair and let me show you how to do it. And I realize that, I respect you, you're trying your best, you're new at this, you don't have the same skill. That's going to come through in my behavior, that's going to come through in what I work with you, that's going to come through in my patience, because my regard for you also reflects in my actions. Now, here's the other thing. If I think you're an idiot, you're ineffective, you're incompetent, I say, okay, let me show you this. Let me show you this thing that called TDD, and let's pair. But at the end of every sentence, there's a silent, you idiot, at the end. How likely am I going to actually learn from you? How likely am I to feel safe? There's a silent blame, there's a silent, that regard, how we regard each other from within here, actually is part of every single human interaction we have. And this is the way of being. Yeah, touchy-feely, yeah, in here, but it affects our ability to write code. It affects our ability to work together. It affects our ability to work with our clients. If my way of being, if I see you as an obstacle, if I see you as an idiot, that creates a very common thing that I'm sure you've seen in organizations. An us versus them, developers versus tester, management versus employees, our company versus the stupid idiot client, right? And if it's the stupid idiot client, good luck making that stupid idiot client happy. You see what I mean? Way of being is extremely, extremely important. And it's a huge part of effective teams. One more example, because this is such an important thing. Have you ever had a hero on a team? You know who I'm talking about. The guy who can solve everything, who thinks everybody else is an idiot. You keep them around. How does he affect the other team members? Nobody wants to work with him. They don't enjoy working. And they definitely don't want to work with this guy, because you're going to sit down to him, he's going to tell you exactly how stupid you are. Then you've got this one guy and you're losing your ability to grow the organization, to hire new people and grow them and mentor them. Way of being is primary to any high performance team. Now, last piece, how do I create this? How do I become aware of this? You know, Omar really is an idiot. He broke the build. How do I deal with that if it's Omar's fault, if I'm in blame? Well, here's the thing. The most important thing is to realize, okay, as long as I think Omar is an idiot, then I'm not going to be very effective working. And here's a simple tool that works for me. Now, in our lives, we all have people in our lives that we respect, that we have what's called in this terminology a heart at peace with, and we have people that we have a heart at war with, the people that we think are idiots. Now, if I have a heart at war with Omar and I realize I can't work with him effectively in that way, I want to see if I can get a heart at peace with Omar. How do I do that? Well, here's one way to do it. One way to do it is to think, okay, let me find one of the people in my life that my heart is at peace with. For example, for me, it's my daughter. No matter what she does, if she's angry and shouting, I don't think, man, she's being mean. I think, I wonder what's wrong with her. I wonder what's hurt her, what's got her in a bad way. So what I do in my mind is I replace Omar with my daughter. I say, well, if my daughter did exactly what Omar did, how would I treat her? How would I see her? And for me, immediately my behavior and my perception of that person changes, and then I replace it back. That works for me. Your mileage may vary. There are other tools that we will discuss in multiple videos. So way of being is our regard for others. It's an extremely important thing. If we see each others as idiots or obstacles on the team, I guarantee you we're going to kill our ability to work together effectively. Okay? That's it. Thank you.